Well, America, your SNAP benefits are gone. Thanks to Donald Trump. Hey, listen, Donald Trump has all the power in the world to shut this shit down, but he chooses to play big dick, little dick with people. Like, look, what does he care more about? Chuck Schumer and the Democrats or the American people? But remember, he ran on, hey, let's make America great again. He ran on, hey, let's help the people. Not anymore. This is about helping Donald Trump. And if you voted for Donald Trump, then you're the one that's getting screwed too, bud. Not only are you getting screwed because your president sucks, you're getting screwed because everybody's looking at you and pointing the finger at you because you thought you knew what you were doing by voting for him, all because you didn't want a woman in the White House. Well, let me tell you something. Let me enlighten you. For you MAGA men out there, who runs your home? More than likely your wife. Who cooks? Who cleans? Who takes care of the kids? Who is the rock in that house? A woman. So you don't think that she couldn't fucking run this country? You don't think that she couldn't run the White House? Well, you've lost your fucking mind, sir. And I'm speaking to all the MAGA men out there. And you MAGA women should have took heed to that and realized that a woman, which just like you, is doing a hell of a job in Washington because don't you do a hell of a job running your house? Yes, but you fucking followed your husband's. But listen, at the end of the day, if she would have been there, this country would have been fine, but not anymore. He's in office, and now you've lost SNAP, air traffic control's down, and this country's going to shit in a handbag, all because you voted for Donald Trump.
It's starting to hit home for so many Americans, especially for those of them that supported and voted for this Trump administration with so much faith. Hey beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, in today's video, many people voted with the hope that change was coming, but it's like this SNAP benefits for November that is being disbursed halfway, right? Only 50% of the amount of money is going to be disbursed. People are beginning to realize that this is not just some bureaucratic delay. This is food and this is survivor. Because when you depend on that card to feed your family, guys, it's not just politics anymore. It's more personal. And many Trump voters truly believe that he would shake the system, that he would fix what they saw was broken, right? They saw somebody that spoke their frustrations out loud, their jobs, inflation, about feeling forgotten. But now, as grocery shelves look more expensive and the benefits don't look forthcoming, reality is beginning to outweigh whatever rhetoric that he had. And this government shuts down the courts, the excuses. It's all blending into one painful truth, guys. Because the promises that, once sounded strong is now haunting them like an echo. And many of them are coming out to say that they are regretting or they regretted supporting this administration, guys, because they are realizing that they are not going to eat all the slogans, all the speeches, all the sweet words. They need action, and right now there is little of that, guys.
So supposedly Trump voters are upset at Trump over the whole SNAP situation because it does impact them now. We told you that it would. But here's the thing. Given the option, you would vote for him again.
You cannot make this up. MAGA Republicans are finally realizing that they've been duped out of their vote. Take a look. And now take a look at this one. And now a look at this one. See, and this is because of the November 1st deadline approaching, where 42 million Americans, not Democrats, not Republicans, just Americans, are expected to lose access to the food stamps to which they used to feed their children, all in the name of Donald Trump wanted to line his own pockets with a ballroom and a $40 billion Argentinian bailout. But I have a question for every Trump supporter tuning in. Donald Trump has the power right now to release contingency funding, USDA federal funding that would subsidize the funding losses in SNAP benefits set to expire November 1st. Why isn't he doing it?
If you feel hopeless right now, I'm here to say some Trump supporters are actually regretting their votes. Estimates as high as 1 in 4 people who voted for Trump regret their votes. And on anonymous forums like Reddit, people have poured out their feelings about how much they regret voting for him. People like farmers who have been upset that they're not getting support and money is going to Argentina instead of them. Young voters who feel manipulated by the MAGA movement. And centrists who aren't necessarily committed to a political party have all expressed serious remorse over their vote. The fact that people are admitting that they're not happy with the election and the way things have been with Trump is a serious step in the right direction. As you know, in most cults, people who speak out against the leader are seriously punished. They're ostracized and experience a lot of hostility, which typically prevents them from speaking out in the first place. So although it may feel hopeless and like fascism has been descending upon us for a few years, there actually is a sign of some progress. That's why it's so important to have conversations with these people. If you're a white person and you have family family who are Trump supporters, this is a really good time to try to get through to them, especially because a lot of Republicans want the Epstein files to be released, which could be used as a way to find common ground with them and convince them to not be MAGA anymore. Still have a long way to go, but the fact that his approval rating is dropping is a serious sign of good news.
I think when something major happens, that's what opens the eyes of many of the Trump supporters. Because I remember when the whole Epstein file was on it, then many of them said, "Ooh, this is what this is what does it for me." And now that the shutdown is beginning to eat into SNAP benefits, it's like this is what is doing it for so many people. Because you can feel the disappointment in conversations across small towns, across cities, at the grocery stores, in food bank lines, on social media. People that once shouted, "Make America great again," now whisper to one another saying, "What's going on? SNAP is not just the government benefit for millions, right? It's like a line between dignity and desperation, because families are rationing. Food pantries that were already running low are now flooded with new faces that were, believing in the administration and that the administration will protect them. These were the same people that thought they were voting for strength. Now they feel forgotten, guys. And the truth is that they are tired, right? Many of them are realizing that their loyalty has not been rewarded with care. They are struggling. And the truth is that they cannot deny the fact that they are tired. They are tired of watching their politicians gamble and play chess with their lives while they are hanging in the balance. They are tired of all the talk and no action, all the finger pointing, all the blame games of "we'll fix it soon," they're deliberating, we're having a meeting, this and that, because they are realizing that all those talks and no action doesn't put food on their table. Let's see what these other creators have to say.
I just saw somebody say, like, yeah, you're allowed to regret your vote for Trump, but, and immediately I was like, but, but, sister, because, like, yeah, it's your human right to regret doing something, right? Like, whatever, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't think that's something I want to hear anybody get on the internet and say. Because it's like, where were you in the brain and what were you doing? I don't know. When I was in college, we learned about this thing called the quiet Trumper, or the shy Trumper, right? Somebody who was not outwardly supportive of Trump because they knew how people felt about people who supported Trump. So they would never like have the stickers, the signs in the front of the yard. They're not going to talk about it at parties, right? They're just going to like go home, submit that absentee ballot, and quiet about it, right? Because they knew how they would be received. I'm not saying that that is like how they should move per se, but I am saying that I understand it. I just like don't want to hear that. I could see there being an audience or lane of people who need to hear that, who are just like, "Oh my God, you regret it? I regret it too. I didn't know any better." Like, I hope that never finds me. I'm not the target audience for that, because I do know better. When that first election came around and he was running on "build that wall and grab him by the puss" and oh my God, Hillary's email, I knew. Like, oh, okay, Diet Reagan. He's not for me, what? But I do think there might be a person that does need to hear that. Like, people who talk about how they used to be in the alt-right pipeline, or people who talk about they used to be red pill or whatever, they might need to hear, like, that you regret it. But God forbid that content finds me. Like, I'm not the target audience, I swear.
We have some news right now. Trump voters are turning against him, even regretting their vote for him more and more. NBC News just interviewed someone who voted for Donald Trump. She's the caretaker of a 26-year-old woman who relies on SNAP and food assistance to essentially fund their life, to essentially afford food. And while her caretaker is her mother, 63-year-old woman who said that she voted for Donald Trump, she had been a proud supporter of Donald Trump's for a long time. But now she regrets voting for him because she sees what's happening with the White House ballroom tear down and says, "I'd rather that money, even though it's privately funded, go to help people like my daughter who need SNAP benefits to survive." They go on to say that the president of the United States is too focused on other things, not on actually helping the most vulnerable in America. And it comes as Donald Trump's disapproval rating has hit an all-time high today. And many of those folks are actually his own supporters who don't approve of what he's doing anymore. While it won't impact the results in the past, it may impact election results tomorrow and moving forward.
Yep, unfortunately, what has been done has been done. And regret is a hard pill to swallow. It's really a hard pill to swallow. But I mean, it's also a very, very powerful teacher. If only they will learn the lesson, right? Because what we are just seeing now is, or let me say, it might be the beginning of a shift in awareness. Because people are waking up to the fact that politics, without empathy is just a performance. And all those slogans, "don't pay their rent" and "don't buy bread" and "don't pay for their meals," because SNAP was supposed to be a safety net for them, right? And when that net was caught, reality falls in. And this particular month, a lot of those that once cheered the loudest are now the ones that are eating the ground the hardest. Guys, maybe this is just a wake-up call. I hope it is. Maybe this is a wake-up call that they needed, because this kind of wake-up call is the one that forces people to stop looking at politics like a sport or like a form of excitement. They should look at it like survival. Your life practically depends on this, because when your fridge is empty, you don't care about left, you don't care about right, you don't care about all of that, right? What you care about is right and wrong. And if this moment teaches anything, guys, is the fact that real change does not come from anger or division. It comes from settlement. And people are asking, what is the next thing that is coming? And right now, those supporters are not asking who they voted for, even though they should really look back. They are saying, who exactly is fighting for us? Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear from you. And if I found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.